Hi guys, welcome to Skin and Within, a series where we discuss everything skin deep. Today I have with me Dr. Pooja, who is my dermatologist, and she's going to break down the barrier.
A controlled war on your skin. Step back.
To be that miracle product. Tingle. I think it really changes one's perspective to looking at skin.
Anything that is in excess will for sure land up compromising.
So Pooja, the barrier is a big skincare buzzword, and I thought today maybe you can debunk what the barrier is and everything around that, and maybe we'd start with you telling us exactly what is a skin barrier.
I think it's a skin barrier before skincare, but people don't really know that. So think of the barrier as like a brick wall that's protecting everything underneath. You know, your skin has multiple layers. The barrier is the outermost layer. It's made up of ceramides, hyaluronic acid, a lot of some of the dead skin cells, a little bit of oil. So it's a really nice little batter that's just staying on the top layer of your skin. It controls the pH of your skin, and it serves like a guard. What comes in, what goes out. You know,
Like a fortification wall.
It's a fortification of your skin. It makes sure everything within stays within, and everything that's not good for your skin stays outside. So it holds water. It makes sure that all the free radicals, all the pathogens, you know, bacteria, viruses are not entering your skin. And it's a really important layer of your skin that, although so strong, is also quite fragile. You can actually damage it quite easily without even realizing.
We're seeing a lot of products, we're seeing a lot of videos on social media talking about a damaged skincare barrier. Maybe you can tell everyone how it gets damaged and how we can recognize how our skin barrier is actually damaged and then address.
So the barrier, like I said, although so strong, is very fragile, which means sometimes enthusiastic skincare, you know, just layering on multiple actives can eventually deplete and damage your barrier. Not pairing the right products together can sometimes also damage your barrier.
Like what,
for example, if you are using an acid and then layering it with a tretinoin or even a retinol, although some skin types do it, but it will for sure land up damaging or wreaking havoc on your skin. Using vitamin C in the day and retinol at night sometimes lands up damaging your skin as well, because a strong product in the morning, strong product at night, though individually are fantastic, combined, they're not doing so well for your skin. So the damage to the barrier can happen by doing a lot of in-clinic treatments where you're doing excessive amounts of peels, excessive amount of facials. Anything too much or excessive can land up wreaking havoc. But also, imagine you're doing something very normally. You have a good routine in place, it's working very well for you, but you know, you had a couple of really stressful days, you've had a flu, you were not well, you were traveling, you've been out at the beach. All those things can also land up impairing your barrier, and then on top of that, if you do your regular skincare routine, it might just cause it to crash. So barrier is something that you may unknowingly compromise. And how do you recognize it? Well, you know, your skin may feel very raw, it may burn very easily when you apply regular products.
Like a tingle.
Like a tingle, not a good tingle, you know,
Yeah.
the tingling stays kind of longer than necessary. It also may be dry, flaky, very red. For some people, they may also break out.
Yeah.
You know, when you usually don't break out, because acne is not a sign of a normal barrier. One of occasional hormonal or an indulgent acne is okay, but when you have a bout of acne, that is a sign of a weakened barrier. Over cleansing can sometimes cause a weakened barrier as well. So recognizing that your barrier is compromised is really, really important, because unless you recognize that, you're not able to fix it.
Yeah, I think I realized that my skin barrier was compromised or damaged after I had started using Tret for some time. Going back, I was expecting Tret to be that miracle product for my skin. it was a product that everybody was talking about. It was an ingredient rather that everybody was talking about. And I went in with Tret fully aware of the purge, fully aware of the purge that comes with Tret, the flakiness, everything. And then I just realized that it's going on for too long. So, okay, we stopped the Tret, it's not suiting my skin. But following that, anything that I was using on my skin was making my skin very irritated and very sensitive. And that's when we discussed that probably it's the barrier that is compromised, and it was first nourishing it, getting it back to a mean level, healthy level. So how can we nourish or replenish a damaged barrier?
Go back to the basics when you want to replace a damaged skin, or sort of rejuvenate and repair damaged skin. Rest. Think of resting your skin. What they like to say is skin fast. Remove all the products from your routine and keep it to a bare minimum. I also recommend just washing your face with plain tepid water just to clean your face. You don't have to cleanse unless of course you're using makeup, which I will say avoid if your barrier is broken.
I was just going to ask you that, can we use makeup if you have an active condition or damaged barrier?
I would strongly advocate no, if you have a damaged barrier, to not use makeup. But if you must, for certain reason, it's not always possible, layer yourself with a really good humectant and then an occlusive cream so that the makeup is not able to reach your skin. That's a trick that you can adopt, but highly recommend resting your skin first. Second is using very bland, nourishing ingredients that suit your skin type to sort of bring back your skin, and things like arnica, Cicabayo, all of these really help to soothe the skin and allow it to repair. And just remember that if your barrier has broken down, it's not broken down overnight, right? It takes a while for it to sort of just come back to normal. For some people it might be 2 to 3 days. For some people it might take 2 weeks. For some it might be months. It really depends on what you did that aggravated your skin. I've had cases where we've seen people do very deep peels, TCA peels, azelaic acid peels that exfoliate for days on ends, and this is something that they do on a recurrent basis. And years later they come with such a compromised barrier, very sensitive skin. You go out in the sun, it's flushed. You apply anything, it's red. That is a sign that you've really mishandled your skin.
When you have a compromised barrier, it's imperative that you seek professional help and you visit a dermatologist, because I'm sure you can share with us what those initial signs of a compromised barrier might be. But then I find that from personal experience, charting the roadmap to getting it back on track and having it A-OK requires, that's the one time I feel that I would always want to have an expert like you with me to just take me through it. But tell us, what are those initial signs that one can see and recognize and say, what, I think it's to do with the barrier, maybe it's not just a product irritation or so, and okay, now I need to go and visit a doctor?
Like I said, sometimes if you have an unexpected purge to a product that you're already using and it's normal and doesn't cause any reaction, you get a rash, you get a miliary kind of a reaction where you have small dots that appear on your skin. The skin appears thickened, rough, raw, it appears very stretchy. Sometimes it can appear very dehydrated and all your pores look very flared up. There are multiple signs to identify a broken barrier, and each sign depends on how badly the skin has been affected. If it's just a little tingle, then you're at the start of a barrier breakdown. You better just step back and arrest it and nip it in the bud. If you're getting a miliary rash, then you know that the skin is reacting by hyper-secreting oil. That's how you get the milia, because it's trying to protect itself by secreting a lot of oil. If you get a very dry, flaky rash, that means it's gone beyond the point of repair, where your skin itself is not able to sort of combat that repair. Always remember, when we are using active products, you're sort of doing a controlled war on your skin. But it's in a controlled, nuanced way. You know what the ingredient is going to do, how deep it's going to penetrate in the skin. And the skin reacts by healing. And through that healing, you get that beautiful looking skin. Because imagine if we didn't do anything to your skin. Your skin has a natural turnover of 30 days, in some people 45 days, and it'll renew itself. But we want it to be regular. You want your skin to always look good. So active products are sort of doing that for you. It's pushing your skin to sort of repair and come back and be bouncy. When your skin is not able to do that to a routine that was working before, then you know that your skin is no longer able to heal by itself. And that's where you've started compromising on your barrier.
I think once we recognize that the skin barrier is an entire different ball game in terms of making sure that your skin health is at its optimum, and that's where it kind of starts, with a healthy skin barrier, allowing for products to work well, protecting your skin like you said in the beginning. I think it really changes one's perspective to looking at skin.
100%. I mean, actually, if your skin is very healthy and your focus for skincare and your approach is to build on the skin health, which is our philosophy, you will notice that a lot of the problems that your skin faces will be able to sort of auto-correct. You have less pigmentation because your skin is less inflamed. Your acne will resolve faster without scarring, without pigmentation, because your skin is able to heal better. Because the hydration levels are great, the oils are intact, the collagen will not dent that easily. So because the skin is such a beautiful organ and it's able to sort of self-do so many things, you just need to allow it to act in its own natural ways and just support it, and not go overboard with anything that you're doing, whether it's skincare, whether it's your routine, whether it's visiting an expert and doing treatments on yourself, whether it's DIYs. Anything that is in excess will for sure land up compromising it.
Thank you. And if you have any more questions on the skin barrier or skin practices, holistic skin health, you can reach Pooja on this handle. Thank you for watching Skin and Within. Please do like, share and subscribe.